Hi friends, it's Kelly Pullum here, also known as Craftin' Granny, and I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up in Canada. And tonight I'm going to be sharing how to use our Scenery Designer Series paper. There are several packs of that available right now, and it is absolutely beautiful. So I'm going to use the Splendid Autumn DSP to show you how to make a couple of cards. But before I get started with that, I am going to just go over quickly my schedule in October. It's quite busy, so I actually had to make myself notes because my memory isn't so good these days, and I actually had to have it written down. I hope you'll excuse the mess back here. I was sorting today in the craft room, and so the table is covered with stuff. Hi there, Jeanette, welcome. The table is covered with stuff that I'm in the process of sorting and organizing and trying to figure out where it's going to go. And also, I'll just mention I've posted some non-Stampin' Up products that I am selling on Facebook Marketplace. So if you are interested in those, you could have a look. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that as well. So in October 1st, I have a live scheduled. On that day, the Stampin' Up Kits collection is going to go on sale, and I believe that the kits will be up to 30% off. So you might want to go online and check those out. You can go in through my web store. If you go to craftingranny.stampinup.net, you can find the shop button there and have a look at the kits collection. Also in October, there is an offer for anyone who might like to join my Stampin' Up team. My Stampin' Up team are primarily hobby demonstrators, and in December we're planning a crop together just for the team, just to have fun and enjoy creating and spending some time together. I am, of course, available for any demonstrator who would like to join that would like to do this as a business. For that, I would offer some private coaching because the team is mainly just interested in getting together and crafting, which is fine. So the special offer for that in October is 200 and I think it's $206 worth of product for $135. And although there's tax, there's no shipping on a starter's kit. So that is a great offer as well. October 3rd. Hi, Nance, welcome. On October 3rd, I am hosting a Gather Together crafting time. You can bring any kind of crafting project that you like. It can be paper crafting, it can be yarn related, it could be diamond dot, anything. I can't even think of all the possibilities, but any kind of crafting project of your own that you would like to work on. And we're going to gather together at the Valley View Community Church from 1:30 to 3:30. And that's on Martin Road. I think it's actually Blizzard. Is it Blizzard Valley? I'm not sure. Anyway, the address, but it's Velcarin. Anyway, Martin Road in Velcarin. And so, as I said, that's 1:30 to 3:30 on October 3rd. October 15th, I have a second live scheduled. October 17th, I have a second Gather Together event scheduled. Same time, same place. October 22nd, I have my class for those of you who are older adults at the Parkside Center, and that is from 2 to 4 p.m. on the 22nd. On the 23rd, I have an evening class here in my home for those of you who are working and can't make it during the day. And then on October 24th, I have an afternoon class here in my home for those of you who prefer that setting. Sometimes parking can be difficult at the Parkside Center, so that gives you a couple of options. The 22nd is 2 to 4. The 23rd is 6:30 to 8:30. And the 24th is 1:30 to 3:30. Okay, So that is my month of October, and it is plenty busy. So I hope that you'll be able to pop in and join me. I am hoping too that those of you who aren't catching me live tonight, because this was not a regularly scheduled live, but I did want to make up the one I missed last week. Honestly, I hate to even acknowledge how foolish I was. I just panicked when the monitor wasn't working, and I had moved it and accidentally turned it off and didn't know that I had done that. So it was completely user error. But anyway, I'm here now, and we're going to show you some great cards. So first of all, I'm going to switch you to the desktop so you can see what I am doing. There we go. Okay. By all means, leave comments for me tonight. Let me know what you think of the Splendid Autumn Designer Series paper. It has some gorgeous colors in it, and all of the gorgeous scenery. And this is why I'm talking about scenery cards, because if you look at this pack of paper, there are all kinds of sceneries. There's all kinds of scenery in it. And so you can make all kinds of cards that work with that type of paper. Okay, so you get the idea there what I mean by a scenery card. Okay, hopefully that is fairly clear. Oh, I forgot to even mention tonight that there was a clearance rack refresh today. I went on and looked, and you know, there are a ton of things on there. I don't know if they're still there because they do sell out quickly. When they go on the clearance rack, they do sell out quickly. But anyway, there were a ton of things there. So I'm going to just move these things out of the way. So I'm going to start here with a Cajun Craze card base tonight. It is 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm going to do some scoring on it, but not where I usually do. And that is why I decided to wait and do the scoring here. I'm going to just shift my chair a little bit and make sure I can get this in the screen. There we go. And pull that down a little bit. I can't really make it any closer because my camera, my stand is not easily adjustable once I've started. So we'll just have to make do with that, but I will tell you the measurements. So I'm starting at 1 9/16. Now you might say, ooh, that's a scary one. How do I find 9/16? Well, if you go to 1.5 and then just one more tick mark, that is 1 9/16. So we're going to go there and we're going to score. And then we're going to take the paper and we're going to flip it this way, 180 degrees. And we're going to go to 2 5/8. So if you go to the 1/2 inch mark, and then you're going to go 2 tick marks to get to the 5/8. Okay, so there we go. And then I'm going to take the whole paper and I'm going to flip it again so that I can do the same things on this end. So I'm going to start with it this way, and I'm going to do 1 9/16. Then I'm going to flip it this way, and 2 5/8. Okay. Now we can fold the card. I'm going to fold these two back this way and burnish this with my bone folder. And then these two are going to fold the opposite way. So I'm going to fold those and burnish with my bone folder. Okay. Now I have a nice little card that will stand up like so. Okay, it will fold in and fit in the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 Sorry, Jeanette, what do you call that type of cold? Is that a typo? You're going to have to give me another clue. Oh, that type of fold. Oh, do you know what? I don't know. I do not know. Okay, yes, it is fold. Okay, I was baffled for a minute there. I'm not sure. Anyway, I've got a piece of designer series paper here. So this DSP is 3 inches by 5 1/4, and that is going to go right here on the front. Get this going. Oh, look at that. Got paper coming off of there. And I've moved my garbage bucket to the table because I was using it this afternoon, so it's not where it usually is. Okay, so this is going right smack dab in the center with an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. And I like that it is a good sized center piece there. And then I'm going to take this designer series paper. So this is from a different pattern in the same pack, and it had flowers on the front, but I'm using the back for the wild wheat to put that on my side panels here. So again, I've got an 1/8 of an inch border around. And what did I measure? The side panels are 1 5/16 by 5 1/4. And if you, 5/16 is intimidating, just think 1/4 plus 1 tick. Okay? It's not really that scary. There we go. So that is the front here. Now I'm going to take this piece. This is from, which dies did I get this from? This is from, oh yes, the Unbounded Love dies. Okay, so that's where this comes from. And this piece also. So I've cut this with basic white, and this is with wild wheat, and I'm going to use Cajun Craze for my stamping. And for this one, because I'm in need, sadly, of sympathy cards, I'm going to do, oh, that didn't stick very well, did it? Better get that going again. Let's see. Needs to be cleaned, and I have my chamois. Here's my chamois somewhere. Where did I hide it? Here it is. Okay, I can use the chamois to clean it a bit. Yes, Kathy, the designer series paper is amazing. If you are a fall girl, you're going to love it. I am, and I do. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to just take this with heartfelt sympathy. Try not to knock the camera. And center that. There we go. Beautiful. Clean that off. Set the ink aside. So now I'm going to take this and I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to just cut this piece in half. Grab some snips here. Okay, so I'm going to just have this come out from behind here a little bit. There. I should have my grid paper out, and that would enable me to do a better job here of lining this up. Let's see. Now I need it further out. There we go. So I've got, with Heartfelt Sympathy, this is going on the front here. And I could put it smack dab in the center, but I'm feeling off center with this. So I think I'm going to come up here a little bit on the right side. I'm going to use some dimensionals on it. And then this is going to go up here. And the reason I'm going up a little bit is because I want to be able to put a little bit of twine. So this is from the, which catalog is this from? It's the twine, it comes with, it's linen thread really, and it comes with garden green and another color in the pack. But this is Cajun Craze. I believe this is the mini catalog, but I couldn't swear to it. Maybe somebody else knows. Anyway, I'm just going to make a nice little bow here. Let's go around and through and around and pull. And there we go. So we have a nice little bow, and we need a glue dot. Yeah, speaking of fall, I was out today. I've been having trouble walking the dog because I've got a problem with my foot. I think it's plantar fasciitis. I don't know for sure, but I think that's what it is, and it hurts. And when I walk, do a lot of walking, it gets worse. So I've really been struggling, but today I just thought Ziva and I needed to get out. So we went through a forested area near where I live, and she was so happy and I was so happy. I don't think I've ever actually hugged a tree, but I felt like I could have today. I was just so happy to be in the forest. Anyway, so here we go. I've got my little bow on there. I'm just going to snip these to make them even. And then I've got a piece of basic white for the back, and it's the same as the front, 3 by 5 1/4. And that is just going to go in here to make a nice little spot for writing. And do you know what? I think I did cut more DSP. I don't know what I did with it. I've lost some because I cut pieces to do the wild wheat on the back too. And I don't know where I've put it. I will have to search on my table, but it's there. So anyway, there we go with Heartfelt Sympathy. Very simple card, but beautiful. As I said, the designer series paper does all the work. And this would make a nice card to stand up on a mantle. Just can't beat it. Okay, next card. So I took a card. I think I saw a card on Demonstrator Planning Place or something like that. And I liked the design of it. So I have made this into, I've used it as a card sketch. And this is not the first one I've done this way. But I'm just repeating the same basic card sketch. and using different paper and so on to make different cards. So here we go. So this one, I'm just going to do the basic score at 4 1/4. There. Okay. And now I'm going to take some designer series paper here. Actually, first I'm going to take this one. And I have forgotten my measurements. Let me just pull out this as a guide and I can see here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Oh yes, I think it was 2.5 by 4.5. Now I remember. And then this one is 1/4 inch larger. So this one is 2 3/4 by 4 3/4. And we're just going to put that on the front here. And this is really just this bit that I cut off of the other side. So it's really just the same piece of designer series paper. I just cut off the other side and cut it to the size I needed to make this second card. Okay? And I am going to take some strips of the wild wheat again, and I'm going to use those to create a background here. So I'm going to start off with a little bit here. Actually, maybe I'll start off with this first because it can go in the center and it'll be easier to position the other ones. So I'm coming in from the side here. Hopefully I'm going fairly straight. Then I'm going to come in down here. Now these again, what happened with this, these are other just little bits, but I could have, if I'd cut properly, I could have just had the strips, but I didn't. So what are you going to do? I ended up with these little bits. So these are how wide? 3/4 inch wide. And I am going to just take a ruler, place it across here. Actually, I should do it on this side, shouldn't I? Because then I can see what I'm doing. And that is going to go right here. And when I put my piece on top, that's not going to show. And then I'm going to do the same thing again. I would recommend when you do this, just use 3/4 inch strips. It's much easier than trying to fiddle with these little bits, but I cut my paper and I didn't want to waste it. I do have this one, but it's going the opposite direction. You might not be able to see that on the camera. So here we go again. And we're just going to go across. And position that. Okay, now I'm going to just snip this off. I don't need this excess little bit. And I'm going to stamp my sentiment. And this one is going to be a birthday. So this will be, oh, again, this is a dirty stamp. So we'll have to clean it off. This is going to be, this is from, the sympathy one was from Country Flowers. And the birthday one is from Cheerful Daisies. Okay, so here we go. Get that on there. And here we go. And this just fits. And I'm hoping I'm getting it straight. Keep your fingers crossed for me, folks. There we go. Not bad at all. All right, I'll put this away and clean this up before I get the ink on something. Okay, now I'm going to take this, and this is going to pop up on the front here with dimensionals. Bum. Here we go. Thank you, Joan. Thank you, Nancy. So we're going to pop this up here. I'm trying to make it so that the top and the bottom of this piece are about the same. Not bad, not bad. Maybe not completely straight. Okay, now I've got this piece, and I'm going to add some leaves around it. Okay, I haven't quite figured out yet. I just cut a bunch of wild wheat and Cajun Craze leaves, but I think 3 is going to be enough. So I'm just going to take those and use a glue dot to hold those in place. Okay. And another glue dot to hold this in place. I might actually need another glue dot over here just to make sure. Come on off of there. There. All right. And then I'm going to just adhere this down flat because I've already used dimensionals, and you know what happens when we pop these up too much. We end up with a problem. An expensive problem, which we don't want. So here we go. So that is wishing you the brightest birthday. I've got a piece. Oh, do you know what? I can put some of these extra ones on the inside, can't I? So that is going inside. And then I've got 3 more here, which is just perfect, that I can put in a nice little grouping. So I've got this and this, and I think maybe I'll do it at the bottom. I'm not sure why, I just think it's better at the bottom. So I'm going to take my, do you know what? I think I might do better with liquid glue for this. Just be careful not to get too much. There we go. So I'm going to do 1. And the leaves actually look different directions. So that helps when you're making this little grouping. They go away from one another there, which is nice. And then this one will be the same as one of them. And here we go. There we are. So that can go on the inside. And then I'm going to add on the front, I have to decide, I have 2 choices for embellishments here. I have the brushed brass butterflies, or I have these Earth Tones Shimmer Gems. And these shimmer gems are close, but I always like the brushed brass butterflies with the with the wild wheat paper. So you help me decide here, folks. I'm going to pull them both out. Okay, so which should go on here? The butterflies or the shimmer gems? Butterflies, says Jeanette. Anyone else? Nancy says go for the butterflies too. Okay, then that's what we're going to do, guys. So I'm going to just pull in, I think, one large here. And I'm going to put it right up here. Then I might do a small one here. And for the third one, I think I will do up here. Even though it looks like they're in the clouds, I think I'm going to go with that. So there you go, wishing you the brightest birthday. Beautiful fall birthday card. So I hope you like the cards tonight. And if you do, you are, I would love it if you share it on your home page. If that's not possible, that's okay. I'm glad you joined me anyway. But let me know if you decide to case the cards. Feel free to pop a picture in the comments. That's always nice to see. Anyway, thanks for being with me. I hope that you'll be able to join me for an event coming up. And enjoy the rest of your evening, ladies. Good night.